Yard Hunt update. Today we added a few little new things. Just starting now to kind of elaborate. Now that we got everything set in place, now we're just going to, smooth out all the details and start to do all the little intricate details, which I've ordered way more stuff to kind of help further that along, because it's going to be a really cool look, I think, personally. So you'll get to see a little bit of my idea, and then once this stuff gets here in a couple days, we'll get to see the whole thing in action, hopefully. Hopefully it works. I think I've hopefully bought enough. We're about to find out. A really cool idea that just had kind of stemmed through my head when I was scrolling on Amazon, so we shall see. I looked into getting C9 bulbs also. Okay, so I was gonna get a C9 bulb because, like, this front pumpkin over here has an orange light in it. Looks great, right? So the one in the back has a white one in it. And you can only get them in 25 packs. They're like $12, but I don't need 25 light bulbs. I'm going to lose those, and it's not going to be any good. So I'm going to check and see if I have any. I might have thrown them away. But if not, I don't know. I guess worst case scenario, I could take that white light bulb out and put it in this pumpkin and just swap the bulbs. That's also an option, because the other pumpkin over there has a white light in it and it looks fine. So that's an option. I might just swap those bulbs. So anyway, let's get into this. So over here we still got the Scarecrow, still have Murderous Maple, we got the Headless Horseman, and our Lonely Tombstones over here that are hopefully gonna get a little bit of attention here soon and get them out of the pure darkness. So we just have that little blue light shining on all that stuff. Kind of now at this point it's only lighting up those 3 tombstones. It's not so much lighting up everything else, because now the red light in the back is drowning out that purple and the blues, because there's a purple here. So the purples and blues and the orange off to the side is starting to erase the blue. So that works out nice. You got that little ambiance of the blue, and then it just kind of tapers off. So, and over here we still got the Crazy Granny and Caretaker, which there's some cool ideas I have for him. I just don't know what I want to do 100% yet. I don't know if you're gonna see it if I do end up doing the idea, just because the stupid white fence just hides everything. So just, I don't know, I've got ideas for next year on what I'd like to change, and the archway is probably gonna have to change, and the fence is gonna have to change. So anyway, we still got the Caretaker there. We still have this little pumpkin. Still haven't figured out a good option for that. If I wake up every day and shut the pumpkin off, I can turn it on, but I'd rather just drill the bottom out and put a pumpkin puck in it. So I might do that. But we still have all our little tombstones over here. Again, thinking up some ideas to add a little flavor to them. So now we're just gonna start doing the fine detail, which really is only for nighttime, and you don't see this kind of stuff when you're driving by. Doing the little detail things that I'm doing right now, it's more so for me and you guys here on YouTube. So driving by, you don't see if I add a candle on the tombstone. You know that little tombstone over there, when you're flying by at 30 miles an hour, you're not going to see that. Even if you're in your car, you're probably not going to pay attention. Oh my God, they got candles out there. Anyway, I did get an order from Temu today, which I totally forgot to bring that outside, but I need to bring that out here, and it's a bunch of little flowers and little deals like you put flowers in. So I have flowers for my vase over there finally, and I have new vases to put out here. So we're gonna get that done up and start putting some flowers out here. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Get some little fall flowers. So in the daytime, it'd probably look cooler than it would at night. Nighttime is just gonna look like a black mass next to it. So I don't know. I mean, you'll see with the lights, but the lights don't really light that up like that. But we still have my corpse there in the back, the jack-o'-lantern. We got these all figured out now. We got the new, I didn't put in new batteries in that pumpkin puck, but I do have it on the 8-hour timer. I did come out here, shut all of them off, and turn them all back on. So now they should function like I want them to. Here we still got our grave robber.
Hey, you. Give me a hand with this, huh?
In our archway tonight, we got brand new lights in, or brand new batteries in our lights. So those are good for a few more days, but the lights up top are dead. Well, the one's barely going on the left-hand side, and the one on the right's totally dead. So we only got about 3 days out of those, but you can still see them with or without the light. Inside, still got the Beetlejuice tombstone with the little thing there, little pumpkin. These little lights on the sidewalk, I've been wanting to get them to where they're sort of on the same wave here. So I think we finally got them. I've had both of these strands doing 2 different things, so finally got these guys lit up to where they're lighting up, doing the same kind of pattern, just not at the same time. This one's a little more dead. This one's nice and bright on the left. One on the right's pretty dead. So I turned it. Hopefully it gets more sun tomorrow. Still have our groundbreaker and our tombstone with some candles on it. Got the Boogeyman, Jason, Freddy, Ghostface on the other side. We got Sam up there as this pumpkin puck bucket. And we have 12-foot Skelly and Michael Myers. Over here we still got the little tombstone. That dude up there with the groundbreaker. Got the gravestone ghoul. Got the big tombstone there in the back. Little tombstone over here that's hiding my lights. Got Miserable Marie. Got the big gravedigger in the back. And then we have the crouching gravedigger. This little pumpkin over here. And tombstone. And then you can kind of see some of my new additions tonight. I added a bunch of candles, but the grass is kind of tall. So you can't really see them. So that kind of bums me out because I thought that would look really cool. So I put one in front of that big tombstone by the gravedigger. Put another one in front of that like pagan cross tombstone. I put 3 in front of that tombstone in the back there. 1 in front of this little cross tombstone, and then 1 over here. But I don't know. The idea didn't work out like I thought it was going to. Because on video, I mean, you can kind of see them, but not near as good as I thought. There you can see a little better angle. So anyway, I bought all kinds of new ones. They should be here. Some will be here tomorrow. So I bought a whole nother pack of these little ones that are on the ground here, and I'm gonna just kind of sprinkle them on the other side, I think, and then I'm gonna add the bigger ones over here, because at the Pro Hunt we use a lot of candles in a few rooms, and it's very, very, very effective. Just really amps that creepy vibe. And I think, considering this is a graveyard, I think the candles over here will, one, give you that extra little light that we need, and two, give it an extra creepy factor, because this corner is kind of like a pagan-y witchcraft kind of thing. And then I need to go get more corn, which I keep saying I need to do that. I haven't done it yet. So I gotta go get more corn and add the new corn around this scarecrow in the back. And then I have some pretty cool stuff to put on that thing. I'm gonna put all these broken corn stalks on that, and then we're gonna add fresh corn around there and sprinkle it kind of throughout here. And then yeah, we should be pretty much buttoned up after that, because today is October 1st, and we we got 30 days until Halloween. So we got 30 more yard haunt updates, daytimes, night times, maybe an unboxing or two if I get new stuff. Not really sure, but yeah, we got some ideas. But here is the guard zombie. And here's just a different angle of all the candles. Got Old Faithful with his broken corn. This guy with all his broken corn. I hate that all my corn's broke, but we'll get that fixed. So I'm gonna go over here today and do a side angle that you see from the road from this side. Unlike the other side, this one is way less lit up. So I gotta get my butt out here and do some lighting over this way. I'm gonna add a little bit more. So I thought about doing a bunch of candles, but I don't know. I mean, from the side, you still see something's going on. I mean, there's no question about that. But, yeah. Like I said, we're pretty much there. I don't see myself changing too much. We're definitely going to move that Dark Princess, or whatever her name is. We're going to move her. I think we're going to move her more to the left. And then, I don't really have any more life sizes that I want to put out. I guess I could put my scarecrow up. Yeah, I guess he'd be about the only other one that makes sense over on that side, because that's more of like the pagan, that's more like the pagan side. So that would make, it's more dark and death over there. Yeah, but yeah, we're getting there. I can't believe, spooky season is already halfway over. I started doing this September 1st, and here we are, October 1st. I'm already a month in. And now it's crazy. It's almost sad, because something that you prepare for all year long and you're so excited for is halfway over, and you get to enjoy this for 2 months. That's why I set up in September, so I can enjoy it for 2 months. Then you get out here and get it all done, and time is short. And then before you know it, it's all over. The haunt season's over. I'm done with the Pro Haunt. It starts snowing and everything's miserable and depressing, and you got to sit and plan next year's display and all that. But next year I would love to change up a lot of this. I'm just not 1,000% sure how I want to do it, because I would love to bring back the swamp shack. I just don't know if I want to put the shack back here on the side and keep doing the cemetery how I normally do with both sides. I know one year my idea was to build 2 shacks. One was going to be on this side, one was going to be on the other side. That was supposed to be my idea for 2021. Because in 2020 we did like a butcher shack, or a butcher shop on the one side, and I had a live actor and he was cutting stuff up and all that jazz. But that only happened during the day. We set it all up for 1 hour for trick-or-treat, then we tore it all back down. That was the same year I did the huge corn wall. Like, this fence was all corn. There was no fence, it was corn. It was so much work. That was so much work. And now I incorporate corn every year because now I figured out how to do it. But that first year was miserable because I had no idea what I was doing. But yeah, I was going to build a shack in each side of the yard. There was going to be no graveyard because then I barely had anything. So my idea was to build 2 shacks, one on each side of on the sidewalk, each side of it. And then I was going to have one with Leatherface and one with Michael Myers in it. Me and my buddy Mark. We're going to be the actors coming out of those houses and, messing with the kids when they were trick-or-treating. Well, I didn't get down to making the stuff, and then he was unable to even come out here. So pretty much after 2020, I pretty much lost all my help setting all this up. So my wife helps me now, but I had a few buddies that would come over and help me, and now they don't. So, which is fine. I don't mind. I like doing it this way because then I can stand back and be like, okay, yeah, that looks good. Or you tell somebody to do something and they don't do it the right way, or they just kind of, I could have done it faster if I would have just done it. So anyway, I don't really know how I want to do next year's display. I have so many animatronics. Like, I had a lady stop out here tonight, and she was just looking at everything, just flabbergasted at all this stuff. Like, this is such a beautiful display. Like, everything looks so good. The lights look amazing. She's like, you've done such a wonderful job. I can tell you're super crafty, and you're very handy. And she's like, this is just amazing what you did and what you've done here. And I was like, oh yeah, thank you. I work at a professional haunted house. Like, I make props and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty crafty. And she's like, that's just amazing. I was like, I only have about a fraction of all my stuff out here. And she's like, oh, you're kidding me. And I said, oh no, like, this is a small fraction of what I have. And she's like, that's insane. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I was like, I just don't want to bring it all out. And I don't, especially this year, I don't want to deal with it. And I feel like in the years coming ahead, it's going to be harder and harder and harder to do this. As the kids are getting older, they play fall sports. So that's where it's going to get hard. And then also, I'm helping more at the haunted house. So that's also where it's going to get harder. It's already hard this year. It's only going to get worse. So I'd love to do my own walkthrough one day. I would love to do it. I just, don't have the space. You see the yard I work with, I don't have much. And the only other way I could do it is to do it in the garage. Because that was an idea we kicked around because they were talking about doing the gas lines. Because they originally said they were going to do it like early September, and it was going to be a while, and they were going to tear up this whole thing. And then they were been talking about doing sewer lines in here. They were going to run new sewer lines because we're all on septics and wells and stuff. So they were going to run sewer lines, so they were gonna have our whole yards tore up. So we were like, well, what do we do if that happens? Well, we move it to the garage. We set the whole display up, make a big walkthrough in the garage. And then it hit me like, well, our whole garage is literally filled with Halloween stuff year round, like packed. You know, I have like a small deer trail to get where I need to go and get stuff. Like that, this isn't gonna work unless I literally rented a storage unit, put all my stuff in there to be able to decorate my garage. It's like, no, this isn't gonna work. I was like, if that happens, we'll take the year off. So luckily they did not do that, and they haven't done the gas line stuff yet, so we're getting there slowly. Don't know, like I said, my future plans for next year, I'd love to do more facades and things like that. Like, I definitely think the swamp shack's coming back, but I want to add more to it and elaborate. So I don't know if I want to do more graveyard. That's why I'm saying I don't know if I want to do the graveyard on this side fully, which when I originally started this, it was only on the left side and not on this right side. I left this right side open for whatever reason, and now this side is more my main side. So I like having the swamp shack here because it fills out the rest of this weird spot on the corner of the house here. And then you have the full cemetery up here, and then the other side is all graveyard as well. But I don't know if I want to continue doing the full-on graveyard, or if I would just want to do, I don't know, scale it down and do one big thing. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do in the future, but I got a whole year to sit and think on it. But it is raining per usual. Cars and trains and everything else flying by, but it is raining harder as the time goes on. But one of these days I'm going to give you an ASMR video of just everything going off in the rain. But I'm over it. It's really starting to come down now, so I'm going to get in the house, edit this video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.